Here are 10 things you need to remove from your resume immediately. You're going to want to bookmark and share this. I'm Delara. I'm a career coach and resume writer, and these are hills I will die on. P.S. Please do not put in the comments, can you list out the 10 items? If someone wants to be a sweet baby angel and put them in there, that would be great, but I'm not going to do it. I still love you though. Number 1, I've seen this recently, it's kind of weird, but don't put your salary on your resume. Like, they'll call you, you'll have a conversation, you'll figure out the salary piece, but I do not recommend putting your salary or your salary requirements on your resume. Number 2, kind of in that same breath, don't put references available upon request at the bottom of your resume. Number 1, you're wasting precious real estate. And number 2, they know if they want your references that they actually will be available upon request. It's kind of standard. In that same breath, don't actually list your references on your resume. I've seen people like full out list like 3 people on their resume. This is a bad practice. So number 1, I think it's a bad practice because the people that are listed as a reference, they probably know you're listed as a reference, but they could call them willy-nilly and you wouldn't even know. They wouldn't have a heads up. It'd be really weird and awkward. And also you're wasting precious real estate on your resume. The 4th thing, I know I'm going to catch crap for this, but like, do not put color on your resume. I bet you're the same person that says, I wish resumes were all standardized, but then you're putting color on it. We're trying to get towards a standardized resume here, people. Color's bad for a couple reasons. Number 1, ATS might not recognize it. Number 2, a lot of people look at your resume in black and white, and if they do and you have like yellow on there, it's not going to show up. If there's something on your resume you want to call attention to, use bold, use italic, use underline, get crazy and throw an arrow in there. But I highly recommend removing color from your resume. Number 5, don't put your entire like LinkedIn profile link on your resume. Instead, make a hyperlink to your LinkedIn profile because your LinkedIn link might be kind of like jumbly and kind of just like weird. So just like streamline it, clean it up, make a hyperlink. You're going to want to remove your full home address from your resume. And nobody needs to know where you stay. Just put your city, state. You could even just put your region, but you do not need to put your like full home address. This is not the Census Bureau you're applying for a job for. You're applying for a job at a company. They just need to know if you're in town in case the job is on site. Number 7, those like charts that show like how much experience you have, those little like pie graph bar things, take those off your resume. They're super subjective and also it's a graphic, so it could like gunk up in the ATS and also it's just a waste of space. Like if you're really good at something, highlight that. Just put like, I'm really great at the CRM. Like don't put CRM and like put a little bar to show how good you are at it. The 8th thing I want you to remove from your resume are redundant words. If you get on the side of your resume and every single bullet point starts with managed, 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 people's eyes start to glaze over. They're going to stop reading what you're writing and they're just like going to just totally zone out. The good thing for you is English is one of the most robust languages spoken in the world. And so there are tons of adjectives if you go to thesaurus.com. So instead of managed, you could say you organized, you led, you coordinated, you directed, you implemented, you strategized, you advised, you get the idea. Number 9, people hate when I tell them to remove this. They really hate it. It's actually pretty painful. Old expired certificates. I think it's great that you got certified for CPR in 1996, but if you're applying for a CFO job in 2024, you do not need to include that on your resume. Trust me. And finally, you should remove the 3rd page on your resume. 1 page is fine, 2 pages is nice, but 3 gets a little excessive here. That might mean abbreviating your years of experience. If you have over 20 years of experience, if you have over 10 jobs, you might need to trim a little bit of that off to make sure it fits onto 2 pages, but trust me, no one's going to read past 2 pages. Do you have any of these items on your resume? Are you going to trim them off? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Good luck on your job search.